Hi, welcome to episode 45 of Simplifying AI. Today we're going to talk about the tools, your toolbox, to move forward in a simple, focused way. But first, the news. OpenAI is confidentially filing for a $1 trillion IPO, according to AI Magazine, Wall Street Journal, and Reuters. Reports indicate the company plans to confidentially file its IPO paperwork in the coming weeks, targeting a September 2026 stock market debut, with a potential value reaching up to $1 trillion. A quick update that I learned right before publishing this. Anthropic beat OpenAI to the punch with their filing for their IPO. So it's a race. They are all filing this year. SpaceX, OpenAI, Anthropic. It's going to be a fight for people's investment dollars. Next, Pope Leo XIV released his landmark encyclical on AI ethics. According to the Vatican News, New York Times, and the Associated Press, the Vatican released a massive 42,300-word formal encyclical titled Magnifica Humanitas on safeguarding the human person in the time of artificial intelligence. The document frames AI as a defining moral challenge of the era, calling for strict government regulation, algorithmic transparency, robust worker protections against automation, and rigid ethical bans on autonomous AI weapons. Notably, Anthropic co-founder Christopher Olah joined the Vatican presentation, acknowledging the tech industry's need for strict moral guardrails. And finally, according to AI Magazine, an abrupt narrative shift from previous panic-inducing statements, top AI executives, including OpenAI's Sam Altman and Anthropic's Dario Amodei, have begun publicly walking back their aggressive predictions that generative AI would rapidly dismantle white-collar employment. Both leaders admitted their earlier timelines regarding immediate widespread automation displacement were incorrect, realigning their public stance closer to traditional gradual economic forecasts. Now, this week, we're going to talk about tools. So I want you to think of the first of the four fours, the tools, like a physical toolbox. And we all know that a good mechanic or craftsman wouldn't use a sledgehammer to hang a picture frame. And you wouldn't use a tiny screwdriver to build a deck. Right now, a lot of people are using AI like a single tool for every job. And we want to sort that out so that we know what to use when. So the first type of tool called LLMs, and these are the chat bots, the chat GPT, the things that people use regularly. And these are tireless, entry-level tools that you can think of like a digital intern. They're great for drafting, translating, and brainstorming, but they only know what they've read on the public internet. So these tools are limited in certain ways. Now they are getting better, and they can use or access a lot of memory within each chat, but depending on whether or not you're using a paid version, a free version, or an advanced version, they have different capabilities, but these are basically like a digital intern. Now, the next tool is NotebookLM type tools. These are private research-based AI tools, and they organize things together. My favorite, as I've said before, is NotebookLM, but you can also use projects in Claude or OpenAI to gather information. OpenAI also has deep research, lots of types of tools to use. These are secure private libraries. This is where you can gather information together and keep it in a spot. And in NotebookLM, you can use the chat in the center together with the research that is stored and organized in the left sidebar to create things in your studio on the right. These are really wonderful tools, especially if you want to stay focused on a certain group of sources. because it will only read the documents that you either upload or select. So there isn't any public web hallucination with these tools, just pure citation-backed answers from your own reports, notes, or PDFs. And then you can also use them to focus in on higher level research that does not include your own reports or information. The third type of tool are what I call custom AI agents, like gems, projects, or agents themselves like Claude Cowork. So these are specialized digital templates where instead of teaching the tool how to act and how to format your text every single morning, you lock in persistent instructions so it's ready to work instantly. Now, Google in their recent Google I/O released some tools that are rolling out to everyday users like us, are available to only the high tier paying people right now, but tools like Spark are ones that can function in this agentic way without the user needing to know how to create MD files. So these are going to be extremely helpful. They're going to be integrated everywhere. So even though they're a little bit scary right now, we don't want to ignore them. We will learn more about those as we roll forward. I'm kind of holding off a touch on that because I really want them to be implemented in everyday AI systems like Google Gemini for at least the $20 per month paid user. The last tool area is what I call integrated workflows or workspaces, like Google Workspace or Microsoft 365's Copilot, all connected. The OpenAI system has this integrated workflow as well, but you really need to create more connections. Google and Microsoft are really trying to make this an integrated system, and that's where a lot of everyday users are going to use it. So this is where you move past the copy-paste dance of trying to connect all these things on your own, and the AI lives directly inside your email, your documents, your spreadsheets, your editing and drafting, and it is getting much, much better. It's just a matter of time. I mean, I think this summer, certainly, definitely by the fall, everyday users will be using integrated workflows to do extraordinary work. So over the next 4 weeks, we're going to talk about the other fours and sort of their basic framework. But after that, we'll come back and implement these tools individually and together. And the key here is for you to pick something and just use it. So for example, you could pick a task that you have to do sometime this week that requires analyzing a long PDF or document. And instead of asking a general writing tool about it, upload it to a private research base like NotebookLM, and then ask it to summarize the core arguments and try using some of the elements in Studio to provide you with more information. NotebookLM for me is the first extraordinary AI tool that I think people should try if they haven't already done it. So please visit simplifyingai.net to learn more about how I can help you focus in on specific tasks, learn more about everyday AI and how it can help you become first more efficient, and then dive into projects you might not have thought you could do on your own, and to prepare for this AI world we're living in and the things that are coming. Thanks for joining me here. Talk to you next week.